All right, let's dive into these 2025 Zodiac forecasts. You guys have sent in a ton of predictions, especially from Chinese astrology experts on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we've got some great stuff from folks like Joey Yap, Iverson Lee, and Pauline Chang.
Each of them have given us really in-depth advice for every animal sign.
hmm
So what we're going to do is go beyond just, the typical predictions and really dig into the hidden opportunities.
Yeah, and also those challenges that might pop up in 2025.
Exactly. And we'll give you some strategies to help you make it your best year yet.
Absolutely.
This deep dive is all about you, so let's get started.
What I find really fascinating is these forecasts don't just tell you what's going to happen.
Right.
It's almost like they give you advice, like a personalized roadmap to help you navigate the year.
I love that, a roadmap. Okay, so let's start with the rat. What kind of year are they looking at, and how can they, really make the most of it?
Well, 2025 is looking really good for the rat. I think we're going to see a lot of progress and expansion for them, but it's important to build on a solid foundation. Their guiding hexagram from the I Ching is number 42, increase.
Hmm,
And it emphasizes, that you need a strong base to really progress. It's like building a skyscraper. You need a strong foundation for those big heights.
that makes sense. Okay, so foundation is key. What does that actually look like for the rat?
It means really focusing on strengthening their skills, nurturing those relationships,
Right.
making sure that they've got a stable base to operate from.
Okay.
And this is going to be super crucial because the rat has some really powerful stars working for them this year.
Oh, tell me more about these powerful stars.
Okay, so they have the Emperor and Dragon virtue stars, and that's a combo that's all about authority and leadership,
Whoa.
really making positive change happen. Imagine the rat stepping into a leadership role,
Oh, yeah.
heading up a project, or even starting their own business. This is the energy to make those big moves and leave their mark.
That is exciting, but, with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Exactly. And that's where those potential challenges come in. The rat also has this brutal defeat star, and it suggests there could be some betrayal, competition, maybe even challenges from rivals.
Oh, wow.
It's a reminder for them to really use their power wisely, lead with integrity, and be careful about who they trust.
Yeah, that makes sense. So it's about being strategic and not letting those big, ambitious energies lead to, impulsive decisions.
Absolutely. And, for those rats who might be a little prone to taking risks, there's another star to keep in mind, the Sky Noble.
Okay.
And it can bring access to some great information and opportunities, but it could also lead to overconfidence, especially when it comes to finances. So calculated risks are going to be super important.
All right. So for the rat, 2025 is about building that strong foundation, leading with integrity, and making those smart, calculated moves.
Exactly.
Love it.
Now let's move on to the arcs. Their theme for 2025 is the creative visionary, and their guiding hexagram is number 35, progress. It really highlights how important steady advancement is and recognizing opportunities when they come up.
Creative visionary. That sounds like a
Yeah.
really cool combo for the ox. They're usually known for being so practical and hardworking.
It is. This year, the ox is really encouraged to, step outside their comfort zone and embrace that innovative side. They've got the elegant seal star, and it's really amplifying their creative potential.
Wow.
It's urging them to find new solutions to old problems and challenge, the way things are usually done.
I see. So it's about thinking outside the box, maybe even being a little bit disruptive in a good way.
Exactly.
How can they really harness that energy?
Well, they can blend their practicality with this new creativity, take those innovative ideas and develop, workable plans.
Right.
It's about turning vision into reality.
I love that. So it's not just about having the imagination, but actually, making things happen in the real world.
Yeah.
Are there any stars that can kind of help them with that?
Yeah, for sure. The ox has the Fortune Nobleman star on their side.
Oh, nice.
Bringing those lucky breaks and helpful connections, they might find that mentors or collaborators, maybe even investors, just appear at the perfect time.
Wow, that's fantastic. So it sounds like networking is going to be key for the ox this year.
Definitely. But they need to be open to those unexpected opportunities. Sometimes the best collaborations come from the most surprising places.
So stay open, ox. Now, what about challenges? Are there any stars they need to kind of watch out for?
Well, they do have the yellow flag and white tiger stars,
Hmm.
and those can stir up some, negativity and competition. They might have to deal with some critics or rivals or even envy from others.
So resilience is going to be really important this year. Don't let those negative voices derail your vision, ox.
Exactly. Remember, steady progress, just like their hexagram suggests. Now let's talk about the tiger. Their year is all about reaping the rewards of their past efforts. Their guiding hexagram is number 11, peace, and it really emphasizes how important harmony and balance are.
Oh, peace for the tiger. They're usually known for being so bold and dynamic. What does that energy of peace look like for them?
It suggests that this is a year for them to just enjoy what they've worked for
Hmm,
and really find a sense of balance in their lives. They've been working so hard, and now it's time to enjoy that recognition and abundance.
I love that. It sounds like it's time for the tiger to relax a little and enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
Do they have any specific stars that are bringing in this, abundance?
They do. They have the Fortune Virtue Star shining brightly, and that indicates a time of really reaping the rewards of all their hard work.
Hmm.
This could be anything from, career advancements to financial windfalls, or even just things falling into place more effortlessly.
The universe is really rewarding them this year.
Yeah.
But I know there's always a balance. What potential challenges might they run into?
Well, even with all this good fortune, it's important for them to stay grounded and avoid making any impulsive moves. They have the goat blade and 6 harm stars, which, if not managed carefully, could lead to conflicts or misunderstandings, maybe even accidents.
So clear communication is going to be key for them this year.
Definitely.
Think before you speak, tiger, and don't let your emotions get the best of you.
Absolutely. And remember, their hexagram is all about peace and balance. So maintaining that inner harmony is going to be essential for them to navigate any of those challenges that come up.
Okay, so next up is the rabbit. It sounds like 2025 is going to be a year of bold action, really breaking free from any limitations.
Oh, yeah.
Their theme is uprising, and their guiding hexagram is number 54, the marrying maiden. It's urging them to move forward with clarity and purpose, but to have a little bit of cautious optimism.
Yes, exactly. The rabbit is being called to really step up and embrace their potential.
Hmm,
It's about taking those big leaps of faith and making those big dreams happen.
so exciting. What stars are supporting them in this uprising?
Well, the thriving star is a huge one here. It's all about career success, financial abundance, and achieving those big goals. But the key here is they need to be proactive.
Okay.
It's not enough to just wish for things to be different. They got to take massive action and really put in the effort.
I love that. Massive action. So it's about aligning their actions with their intentions, making bold moves. What else can kind of help them navigate that?
Well, the clan house star really highlights the importance of collaboration, building strong relationships.
Mhm.
It suggests that success will come through teamwork, really connecting with people who support their vision.
Find your tribe, rabbit, and work together to make those dreams happen.
Exactly.
But what about challenges? Are there any stars that they need to be aware of?
Yeah, there are a few. The sky dog and calabash stars kind of point to potential for accidents or
Come
injuries,
on now.
especially if they're being reckless or traveling to new places.
So be mindful of safety, especially when you're venturing into unknown territory. What else?
And then the funeral guest star might bring a little bit of emotional heaviness or vulnerability.
Okay.
They might feel more sensitive than usual, maybe have to work through some tougher emotions.
So self-care is going to be super important for the rabbit this year.
Yes,
Make sure to prioritize those things that bring you joy, nourish your spirit.
exactly. And they should also watch out for the swallow trap star,
Okay.
which could mean potential financial losses if they're not careful with money.
Avoid those impulse purchases and get-rich-quick schemes.
Mm.
All right, so we've got foundation building for the rat, creative innovation for the ox, peaceful abundance for the tiger, and bold action for the rabbit. What's next?
Next up, we've got the dragon. Their theme for 2025 is consolidating gains.
Yeah.
And their guiding hexagram is number 1, heaven, which emphasizes how important creative power is, really aligning with that natural flow of the universe.
Consolidating gains, does that mean like a quieter year for the usually dynamic dragon?
It's not necessarily quiet, but it's more about laying the groundwork for future success. It's about really integrating the changes that happened last year and building a strong foundation for what's to come.
Right.
They might not see, those huge jumps this year, but it's a time for steady progress and making sure that they have a secure base to operate from.
Okay, so it's about strengthening their position and getting ready for bigger things to come.
Yeah.
What stars are supporting them in that process?
Well, they have the pulling saddle star, which suggests that they're going to be integrating the changes, the challenges from the previous year, really using those experiences to move forward. They're also blessed with the monthly virtue star, which brings in those helpful people and makes it easier to overcome obstacles.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds like they'll have a good support system to help them navigate any bumps in the road.
Absolutely. And then they also have the Jade Hall star, which is all about increasing value and attracting abundance. This could manifest as their skills becoming more sought after,
Oh, yeah.
or maybe even their assets appreciating in value, or just attracting more opportunities for financial growth.
So it's a good year for them to invest in themselves, develop their expertise, really shine in their field. Any other positive influences?
Yes. They also have the Red Matchmaker Peach Blossom star,
Ooh, exciting.
which can bring new romantic opportunities
Hmm.
or enhance existing relationships. But remember, peach blossom energy isn't just about romantic love.
Right.
It can also be about new business partnerships,
Oh, yeah.
collaborations, or even just those serendipitous connections that lead to exciting possibilities.
I love that. So it's about connecting with people who can support their growth. But even with all this great energy, there must be some challenges, right?
Of course. They do have the Death Charm star, and it can bring some unexpected surprises, setbacks, maybe delays,
Oh, no.
often related to those small details we tend to overlook. This star also emphasizes taking care of their health.
Right.
So regular checkups, paying attention to their body's signals are key.
It's a good reminder to not neglect their well-being while they're striving for success. Anything else?
Yeah, the Flying Blade and Cascading Cloud stars suggest there could be some conflicts or misunderstandings, especially if they let their emotions get the better of them.
Okay.
So clear communication is crucial. Taking a moment to pause before reacting to a situation will be really beneficial.
Okay, so for the Dragon, 2025 is about consolidating their games, building that solid foundation, and staying mindful of their health and communication.
Exactly. And remember, their guiding hexagram really emphasizes aligning with that creative power of the universe, trusting that natural flow of events, and using their power wisely.
Okay, before we move on to the snake, I'm realizing we've covered a lot already. Maybe this is a good place to pause, and we'll pick up with the rest of the signs in the next part of our deep dive. What do you think?
Sounds good to me. We'll delve into those remaining signs and their unique opportunities and challenges in part 2.
All right, welcome back to our deep dive into these 2025 Zodiac forecasts.
Yeah, it's great to be back.
We've got so much more to uncover, and we've already learned a lot about the rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, and dragon. So are you ready to keep exploring?
Absolutely. Let's jump into those other signs and see what's waiting for them in 2025.
Perfect. So next up is the snake. Now, 2025 is their year, and they are also the Grand Duke, which sounds super powerful.
Hmm.
But their guiding hexagram is number 20, contemplation, which suggests a need for introspection, observation.
Right.
Seems a little bit counterintuitive, wouldn't you say, for the year of the snake?
It is an interesting juxtaposition for sure. So while they're in a position of authority, they're being encouraged to kind of step back and observe, really assess the situation before making any moves.
Okay.
It's a year for them to use that wisdom and strategic thinking to navigate the year.
So it's about leading with wisdom and discernment, not just power.
Right.
What else can you tell us about their forecast?
Well, being the Grand Duke means, they're going to be in the spotlight. Their actions have a greater impact. They'll need to be really mindful of how they use their influence.
That's a lot of responsibility. And to add to that, they have the pig as their year breaker.
Oh.
How's that energy going to play out for them?
Well, the pig is all about, challenging the status quo, shaking things up, forcing change. And that can be a little bit unsettling for the snake.
Right, who likes stability?
Exactly. They love control. But it's actually a great opportunity for them to break free from those old patterns, embrace those new possibilities.
So flexibility and adaptability.
Absolutely.
Are there any specific stars that can help them navigate this year breaker energy?
Yes. They have some fantastic stars working for them this year. The Golden Carriage star brings enhanced value, recognition, opportunities for advancement, especially in their career.
Wow.
They might find that their talents are in high demand, leading to promotions, new projects, even entrepreneurial ventures.
Amazing. So even though it's a year of potential upheaval, there's still great opportunities for success.
Absolutely. And they also have the Relief God and the Sky Relief stars. And those act as problem solvers. They bring support when they need it the most. So if they hit any roadblocks, they've got those resources and resilience to overcome them.
They sound like really helpful allies. What about their social life? Any exciting developments there?
Yes. The 8-seed star enhances their social connections, brings opportunities to collaborate with those influential people.
Oh, nice.
It's a great year to network, build relationships, partner with people who can help them achieve their goals.
Build those bridges, Snake.
Yeah,
But with all of this positive energy, there must be some shadows.
there are a few. The sword edge star can bring arguments, disputes, even just a tendency to be a little sharp-tongued.
Oh, wow.
They'll need to be mindful of their communication, approach disagreements with diplomacy.
Diplomacy is key. Anything else?
And then the Earthshaw star reminds them to always have a backup plan. Be prepared for those unexpected twists and turns.
Right.
It's about being strategic, thinking ahead, having those contingency plans, just in case.
Okay, so a year of potential power and disruption for the snake, but with great support and opportunities if they can stay adaptable.
Exactly. Now let's gallop on over to the horse.
Let's do it.
Their 2025 forecast is all about embracing their visionary genius. Their guiding hexagram is number 16, enthusiasm. It encourages them to, channel their energy and excitement into making some positive change.
Visionary genius and enthusiasm, that sounds like the perfect match for the energetic horse. What kind of opportunities can they look forward to this year?
Well, they have the sun star shining brightly upon them, and that's one of the most powerful positive stars in Chinese astrology.
Wow.
It brings leadership, influence, and an abundance of opportunities. They might find themselves taking on leadership roles, mentoring others, or just excelling in their field.
The sun star. That sounds incredibly auspicious. What else is in store for them?
Well, the peach blossom star is also working its magic. It enhances their charisma, attracts positive relationships.
Oh, nice.
This could bring new romantic connections or strengthen existing bonds, maybe even manifest as supportive business partnerships and collaborations.
So it's a year for the horse to shine bright, connect with amazing people, and let their enthusiasm light up the world. But I'm curious, what about those challenges? There's got to be a few bumps in the road.
Of course. Even with all this positive energy, they have the sky emptiness star, which can bring some feelings of isolation or lack of direction,
Oh.
maybe even a sense that their goals are unattainable. They might find themselves questioning their path or feeling a little bit lost.
So it's important for them to stay grounded, connect with their support system, and remember that even the most ambitious goals are achieved one step at a time.
Exactly.
Anything else?
They also have that bad key star, which can just bring some negative energy their way or maybe just make them feel a little off.
Okay.
So prioritizing self-care, spending time in nature, doing things that bring them joy is going to be essential for them this year.
It's a reminder that even when things are going well, taking care of yourself is super important. All right, so for the horse, 2025 is about embracing that leadership potential, nurturing relationships, and staying grounded amidst all the excitement.
Exactly. And remember, their hexagram really encourages them to channel their enthusiasm into creating that positive change. It's about using their energy to make a difference in the world.
Okay, now let's talk about the goat. 2025 has a rather intriguing theme for them, the unreluctant superstar. Their guiding hexagram is number 5, waiting, which emphasizes the importance of patience, trusting the timing of their journey.
Yes, the goat might find themselves being thrust into the spotlight this year, even if they're not actively seeking attention. It's a year where their talents and their efforts are likely to be recognized and celebrated.
Unreluctant superstar. Such a great way to describe it. What kind of stars are supporting this theme?
Well, the Bright Hall star is a major player here. It's all about that increased popularity, fame, recognition, especially for those goats in creative fields or with a public platform. This is the energy to really shine brightly and share those gifts with the world.
So for those dotes who are social media influencers, this is their year to make a big splash.
Absolutely. The Bright Hall star also enhances their intellect, their learning abilities. So it's a great time to pick up new skills, maybe dive into a new area of interest, or just expand their knowledge.
So it's about both sharing their gifts and continuing to grow and learn.
Yeah.
But even with all of this positive attention, I imagine there might be some challenges along the way.
There are a few stars that suggest there could be some misunderstandings, some conflicts.
Okay.
They need to be really mindful of their words and actions, especially around female figures. Diplomacy and sensitivity are key here.
So choose your words wisely, goat, and think before you speak. What else?
Well, the Earth funeral, the funeral door, and the Great She stars can bring in some emotional heaviness, maybe even some obstacles, and even a risk of injuries, especially due to carelessness. So prioritizing self-care, maybe some grounding practices, some energy clearing will be really crucial for them to navigate these energies.
It's a reminder to really take care of their physical and emotional well-being amidst all the excitement.
Right.
Okay, so For the goat, 2025 is about embracing their moment in the spotlight, but also staying grounded, communicating thoughtfully, and taking care of themselves.
Exactly. And remember, their hexagram encourages them to be patient and trust the timing of their journey. Everything is unfolding exactly as it should.
Okay, moving on to the monkey. It sounds like they're in for a year of some intense energy and transformation. Their theme is navigating the ungrateful punishment, and their guiding hexagram is number 33, retreat. It advises them to step back, reassess, and really conserve their energy.
Yes, 2025 is presenting some unique challenges for the monkey. Ungrateful punishment refers to a set of energies that can make them feel, unappreciated,
Oh,
taken for granted, or like their efforts aren't being recognized.
that sounds tough. What can they do to kind of navigate that energy?
Well, it's important for them to remember their worth and set healthy boundaries. This might involve, reevaluating relationships, maybe saying no to those commitments that are just draining them, and really prioritizing self-care. It's also a time for them to reflect on their own contributions. Are they giving their energy to people and projects that actually value them?
That's a really powerful question for them to consider. So it's about reclaiming their power and focusing on what truly matters.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do they have any stars that can help them through this?
Yes. Thankfully, they have some powerful allies. The Moon Star, a strong nobleman star, brings clarity, intuition, and even some financial opportunities. It's a year to trust their gut instincts and be open to the unexpected.
So listen to your inner wisdom, monkey. What else?
The 5 Prosperity Star suggests multiple income streams, potential for abundance.
Oh, nice.
This could be a time of growth and expansion in their career or business ventures. However, it's important for them to be proactive and resourceful to make the most of those opportunities.
So it's not about waiting for abundance to come to them. They've got to go out and grab it.
Yeah.
What about challenges? Anything else they should be aware of?
Yes, they also have this Grand Duke combination, which can bring external pressure challenges in their career. Or a sense that the stakes are higher than usual. They might face increased competition, tighter deadlines, or just that general feeling of being under scrutiny.
So it's a year to be prepared for those challenges,
Yeah.
but also trust in their abilities and remember they have the strength to overcome them.
Exactly. And remember, their guiding hexagram is retreat. But it's not about giving up or running away.
Right.
It's about being strategic, conserving their energy, choosing their battles, and focusing on what's truly important.
Okay, so for the monkey, 2025 is about setting boundaries, trusting your intuition, focusing their energy where they feel valued.
Absolutely. Now let's move on to the rooster. Their theme for 2025 is supreme authority, and their guiding hexagram is number 29, the abysmal, which remind them that even in positions of power, there are challenges to navigate, lessons to learn.
Supreme authority. That sounds like a year of leadership, taking charge.
It does. And they have the general star, which is all about stepping into those leadership roles, making decisions, influencing others, and guiding projects to completion. They might find themselves in positions where they're calling the shots, mentoring others, or leading those important initiatives.
That's fantastic. It seems like their career is going to be a main focus this year.
It will be. And their hard work and leadership will likely be recognized and rewarded. They also have the 3 stages star, which brings recognition, promotions, advancement.
So set those goals high, Rooster, and go for it.
Yeah.
Anything else kind of supporting their success?
Yes. The golden lock star brings financial stability, opportunities for wealth creation.
Oh, nice.
It's an excellent time to focus on their finances, make those smart investments, or maybe explore new income streams.
So not only are they stepping into leadership, their income's going to be increasing as well. And then they've also got the Dragon Pool star, which brings extra luck and blessings. The universe is really supporting their rise to, supreme authority.
It is. But even with all this positive energy, there are a few challenges to be aware of.
Of course. What should they be watching out for?
Well, they have a combination of stars that can bring legal issues, maybe some disputes,
Oh, no.
or just annoying bureaucratic hurdles. It's a year to really double-check those contracts.
Right.
Read the fine print and stay on top of any legal matters.
Dot your I's and cross your T's, Rooster.
Right.
What else?
And then the broken and solid killing stars suggest there could be some conflicts, misunderstandings, or even a risk of being, sabotaged or betrayed. So they need to trust their gut, be really careful about who they collaborate with, avoid getting caught up in any of that drama.
So be mindful of your surroundings and choose your allies wisely.
Exactly.
Okay, so for the Rooster, 2025 is about stepping into leadership, embracing that authority, but also staying grounded protecting themselves and navigating those potential challenges with wisdom.
Exactly. Now let's move on to the dog. Their theme for 2025 is consolidating gains, which echoes the energy of the dragon.
Hmm.
Their guiding hexagram is number 61, inner truth.
Okay.
And it really encourages them to follow their intuition and connect with their authentic selves.
Consolidating gains and inner truth. That sounds like a year of both outer success and inner growth for the dog.
It is. They're being encouraged to really take the lessons they've learned, in the past year and use them to create a more stable, abundant future.
So building on those past experiences, using those insights to move forward.
Exactly. And they have some wonderful stars supporting them in this process. The pulling saddle star suggests that they'll be, integrating those changes and challenges from the previous year and using those experiences to really fuel their growth.
Okay.
They're also blessed with that monthly virtue star, which brings helpful people into their lives, making it easier to overcome obstacles.
So it seems like they'll have a pretty strong support system to help them through any challenges.
Yes. And to enhance their journey further, they have that Jade Hall star,
Oh, nice.
which is all about increasing value and attracting abundance.
Right. We were talking about that with the dragon.
Exactly. Their skills, their knowledge, their assets are likely to appreciate, and they'll attract opportunities for financial growth and expansion.
So it's a good year for them to invest in their personal and professional development. Really watch those efforts blossom. Any other positive influences they can look forward to?
Yes. Just like the dragon, they also have that red matchmaker peach blossom star, which can bring new romance
Exciting.
or enhance existing relationships, or maybe it manifests as, those beneficial business partnerships and collaborations. It's a year to really nurture those connections.
So fostering both personal and professional connections that bring joy. But I know there must be a few challenges as well. What do they need to be on the lookout for?
Well, just like the dragon, they have that death charm star, which can bring those unexpected surprises, maybe some setbacks or delays. And it also highlights the importance of taking care of their health. Regular checkups, paying attention to their body, those are key.
It's a reminder not to neglect their well-being while striving for success.
Right.
Any other potential challenges?
Yes. Those flying blade and cascading cloud stars suggest there could be some conflicts, arguments, maybe some misunderstandings, especially if they let those emotions get the best of them.
Right.
So clear communication, taking a moment to pause before reacting, will be really helpful this year.
So it's a year for them to be mindful of their words and actions, especially when things get a little heated.
Exactly.
Okay, so for the dog, 2025 is about consolidating their gains,
Yeah.
building on those past experiences, nurturing those connections, and staying mindful of their health and their communication.
Exactly. And remember, their guiding hexagram encourages them to connect with their inner truth, their intuition. It's a year to really trust their instincts and follow their heart.
Okay, so now we come to the pig. It seems like 2025 is going to be quite a dynamic year for them, full of change, transformation. Their theme is embracing the year-breaker energy, and their guiding hexagram is number 17, following, which suggests a need to be adaptable and go with the flow.
Yes. The pig is the year breaker in 2025,
Wow.
which means that they're in a position to really challenge the status quo, disrupt old patterns, and initiate change. It can be a year of significant shifts and transformation, so they really need to be flexible.
That sounds exciting, but maybe a little daunting, too. What kind of changes might they be looking at?
Well, it could be changes in their career, maybe their relationships, or even their personal beliefs.
Okay.
The year breaker energy is all about shaking things up, forcing them to adapt. It's not about resisting that change, but using it to their advantage.
So it's a year to really go with the flow, be open to those new possibilities.
Absolutely.
Do they have any stars that can help them navigate this energy?
Yes. They have that sky horse star, which is all about travel, expansion, reaching those new horizons.
Oh, fun.
This suggests a year of exploring new things, venturing out of their comfort zone, maybe even experiencing a change of scenery.
So if they've been feeling stuck or stagnant, this is the energy to break free.
Yes. They've also got that National Treasure Star, which can bring recognition for their talents and those unique skills.
Oh, nice.
They might find their work is being appreciated in a new way, maybe attracting opportunities to showcase their expertise.
So it's a year for them to step into the spotlight, let their talents shine. Any other positive influences?
Yes. The Skybright Star is all about brilliance and innovation, thinking outside the box. This can be a time of great inspiration where they come up with new solutions.
So even amidst the potential chaos of being the year breaker, there are amazing opportunities for them to express their creativity and make a real impact.
For sure.
But I know there's always challenges. What do they need to be mindful of?
Well, they have that greater consumer star, and that can bring some financial outflows, maybe some unexpected expenses, or just a need to be more mindful of their spending habits.
Okay.
Budgeting and making those wise financial decisions will be important this year.
So it's a year to be mindful of their finances, avoid those impulse buys.
Exactly. And for those pigs who are prone to, worrying or anxiety, they have the peeling head and sky sadness stars, which can bring some emotional heaviness, self-doubt, and overthinking. So prioritizing self-care, spending time in nature, engaging in those activities that bring them joy, that'll be really important.
It's a reminder not to let their thoughts run wild and focus on those things that bring them peace and happiness.
Okay, so for the pig, 2025 is about embracing that change, exploring new possibilities, expressing their creativity, but also staying grounded, managing their finances, and taking care of their emotional well-being.
Exactly. And remember, their guiding hexagram is following. It's a year to be adaptable. Go with the flow. Trust that even amidst the upheaval, there's a greater plan unfolding. Okay, we've covered all the signs, but I just realized we didn't discuss the rat.
Oh, you're right. We seem to have skipped over them. Happens to the best of us.
No worries, we can circle back now.
Yes! Let's give the rat their due. They are, after all, kicking off the 12-year cycle, so they deserve a proper analysis.
For sure.
Okay, so for the rat, 2025 is looking like a year of, significant progress and expansion. But like we were saying earlier, it's crucial for them to build on a solid foundation.
Right, we talked about that.
Their guiding hexagram, number 42, increase, really emphasizes this. It's like, building a skyscraper, gotta have that strong base for those heights.
Okay, so foundation is key. What does that actually look like for the rat in their daily life?
Well, it means really focusing on strengthening their skills, nurturing those relationships, and making sure they have that stable base to operate from.
Okay.
And this is going to be super crucial because they have some really powerful stars working for them this year.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about those, the Emperor and Dragon virtue stars.
Exactly, and that's a combo that's all about authority and leadership. Making positive change happen. Imagine the rat, stepping into a leadership role, maybe heading up a project, starting their own business. They have the energy to make those big moves and leave their mark on the world.
That's so exciting. But we also talked about how important it is for them to use that power wisely.
Absolutely. And that's where those potential challenges come in.
Right.
They also have that brutal defeat star, which suggests there could be some betrayal, maybe competition, challenges from rivals. It's a reminder to really use their power wisely, lead with integrity, and be careful about who they trust.
Right.
And, for those rats who might be prone to risk-taking, there's that Sky Noble star to be mindful of. It can bring some great information and opportunities their way, but it could also lead to overconfidence, especially in money matters. So calculated risks are key.
Okay, so for the rat, 2025 is about building that strong foundation, leading with integrity, and making those smart, calculated moves. I'm noticing a theme here. A lot of the signs have this, these great opportunities, but also a need for caution and strategic thinking.
That's a great observation. It seems that 2025 is a year of, dynamic energy and change for all the signs, requiring a balance of boldness and careful planning.
So no matter your sign, 2025 is encouraging us to step into our power, embrace those opportunities, but also stay grounded. Manage our energy wisely, and make choices that align with our values.
Absolutely. It sounds like we've covered all 12 signs and their unique forecasts for 2025.
Yes, I think we did a pretty thorough deep dive into these predictions.
I think so, too.
But before we wrap up, do you have any final thoughts, maybe some advice for our listeners as they head into this new year?
I'd say think of these forecasts like a weather report.
Okay.
They give you a sense of the general, climate.
Right.
But you still get to choose your outfit.
I love that analogy. So even if there are storms predicted, we still have the power to choose our raincoat and our attitude.
Exactly. And don't forget, these forecasts are just one piece of the puzzle. If you really want to go deeper, exploring your specific birth chart can give you even more personalized insights.
Yeah, it's like we've given the overview map.
Right.
But there's a whole world of detail when you zoom in on your individual chart.
Precisely. And remember, this is all about empowering you. Chinese astrology is really about understanding those energies and working with them.
Right.
It's not about just, being passive, but really actively creating your destiny.
So don't just take these predictions at face value. Use them as a starting point,
Hmm.
for self-reflection, for planning, for making choices that align with your goals.
Exactly. And most importantly, approach this whole thing with curiosity, an open mind, a sense of humor.
Yes.
Life is a journey, and these are just a guide to help you navigate it with more awareness.
This deep dive has been so insightful. I feel like I have a much clearer picture of what 2025 might have in store, and most importantly, how we can, really make the most of it.
It's been a pleasure exploring all of this with you. It's always fascinating to dive into this ancient wisdom and see how it applies to our lives today.
Okay, before we wrap up, I want to remind everyone that we'd love to hear from you. What really resonated? What are you looking forward to in 2025? Share your thoughts, your questions, and let's keep this conversation going.
Yes, keep exploring, keep learning, and make 2025 your best year yet.
And remember, you have the power to shape your own destiny. So go out there, shine bright, and